late 30s, tall, with long black hair, polite, well-educated, a teacher for over 20 years, and well-respected in her society, suddenly starts selling bread in the streets. What happened to her? Did she lose her way? Did she stray from the right path? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our wonderful guests. This woman is my mother, and the story happened 40 years ago, back in Lebanon, when there was war in 1979. I don't remember a lot because I was only 5 years old, and we had to hide, from the bombs, and we tried everything to stay alive and not to die, and we didn't have shelters, so all we had to do is to go and hide in background places, warehouses, underneath the buildings, 40 or 50 people, with the neighbors, people that we didn't even know, and sleep on the floor and share canned meat and tuna and food, biscuits, whatever we can find. And all this, we didn't share it just with each other, no. We just shared it with the mice and cockroaches and rats. There was no work left. My father was an architect, but he couldn't work. My mother had been a teacher for over 20 years, but she was a housewife now. So, what would they do in order just to make ends meet? They had no other choice but to sell bread in the streets. So my father goes to the bakery, which is at the end of the street. Lucky us, he was close to us, and he asks for bags of pita. They put it in the car, and they drive outside our neighborhood, just in order to find a place to sell these bags of pita, because they want us to have food, either in that shelter or wherever we are in our apartment. My mother tells me that the first day was the hardest of all. They both step down from the car, they step out. They look around. There was no one there. An empty environment. No people. Shops closed. The only thing they could just hear the noise of the bombs, and they didn't know if there was going to be another bomb hitting them at the next minute and to kill them. They could just smell, the human flesh, this bad odor in the air, but what could they do? They had to work. So my mother decides to do something, because my father, as an architect, he was just standing there doing nothing. My mom, she just gathers all her strength. She turns her back to my father so that he would not see the tears in her eyes. Not because she was ashamed of him, no, don't get me wrong, she wasn't. She was just trying to do that because she didn't want to hurt his ego. She didn't want to tell him, no, this is what life is putting us down here in this place. No, we're destroyed, we're dead. That's it. No. She wanted to protect his emotions. That's how she loved him. So she started shouting with all her voice, bread, bread, bread. We're selling bread. Who wants to eat fresh bread? And suddenly, people start gathering from everywhere. They were just coming and they were just buying these bags of pita from them. So my mother got so enthusiastic. She says, I must do something better. I must do something better. What should I do? What should I do? And she just gets a couple of bags and she starts walking. And walking to the end of the street where there are a couple of buildings, and starts knocking at the doors. While she's knocking at the doors, she doesn't know if there is somebody. There was no electricity, and everybody was living with the candlelight. And going these floors, these buildings, and they were high. Suddenly a door opens. And somebody calls her name. Miss Marina, is that you? She was shocked. She didn't know what to say. She didn't even remember his face. She just looked at him we can either just say, oh, we have courage, but we have education. We're educated, we had money, we had posts, we had this, we had that, and our arrogance or ego might crush us. But when we try to use as a sword our courage, and in the other hand, we use our shelter, our humility, our modesty. Humility is something that doesn't break us. It brings us to our knees for a short period of time. But then again, we'll have the courage to stand back and go and choose the right path. My mother that day was still a teacher because she was teaching the most important lesson of life. Live and try to earn your living with dignity.